Happy heat stroke summer, everybody. How you doing? I woke up this morning and saw rain clouds and I was like, oh no, maybe it is the apocalypse because it's raining in Southern California. And then I went outside and it was ash rain and I'm like, okay, it's the most wonderful time of the year. You know? I'm on a new fashion journey this summer. What I'm trying to do is wear like cute vintage outfits and then play fast and loose in the car with sunscreen so that I get nice stains like this. So you're like, maybe it's salad dressing, maybe it's a cum stain. It's good to have mystery in your life, you know? I just celebrated 2 really big anniversaries this month. Me and my husband just celebrated 19 years together, guys, right? That means never have I ever had to fuck a stand-up comic. I did grow up in Florida, so pre-Dave, there was like a boatload of depressed jam band musicians, a few coked out artists, and maybe one methed out gator wrangler, but never once a stand-up comic. We also just celebrated 2 years of being in business together. Guys, we own a psychology practice. That is crazy business. I was raised super romantic, and so I never really saw marriage as a business transaction, and it 100% is. And then when you go into business together, you're like really doubling down on that shit. Like, I used to hate the phrase hit it or quit it, and now I kind of get it. Like, if I need to get out of this, do I hire a hitman or get a divorce? Like, which one's more fiscally viable? I do live in Long Beach, so I could probably get a discount on the hitman. You know, being the wife of a psychologist is nuts. Let me be clear, I am not a therapist. I do all the marketing. That's half the reason I'm here tonight, guys. But, like, the wife of a medical doctor, I think, has a very different experience than me. Like, she's not the one at a party that has to look at a weird mole on an ass, you know? But people are trying to get free therapy out of me all of the time. And I'm 100% not qualified to give that to you. Like, I will listen to your childhood trauma. I'll probably make fun of you because that's the defense mechanism of mine that I'm working on myself, you know. And I'll definitely tell everybody about it because I'm not good at secrets and I'm not bound by ethics. So, there's that. My parents, ironically, are not at all proud that I'm in the mental health industry. I grew up performing, and so that's all they see me as. And so whenever anybody asks them about us, they're like, well, Sarah's husband's a clinical psychologist, and she tells dirty jokes for a living. And I'm like, oh, guys, it's so cool you think I make a living doing this. I feel seen and heard. Seen and heard. You know, a lot of people ask how to, like, have a long-term relationship. Like, how do you make it last? And, you know, honesty is really good. Having the same food intolerances, it really keeps you in it to win it. And then if you're like a more jealous person, I encourage you to get your partner into cryptocurrency. Because like, then you'll never question what they're looking at on their phone all of the time. It's that. And you don't have to worry about like somebody new creeping in because it's not sexy. Like nobody's gonna steal your crypto husband. Not gonna happen. I hope nobody had to deal with health stuff during these last couple of years. Like COVID health times are terrible. I have Kaiser, so that's like Dante's Inferno of healthcare. Like early on, I had a phone consultation with my doctor and she asked me to text her a picture of my nipple. And I just had to assume that was super normal and not gonna end up on an OnlyFans that I'm not getting the money for. And also like, I feel like they could have been a little bit more specific on the COVID symptoms. Because like if you review it, it's like fever, chills, diarrhea, body aches, congestion. Guys, if you're over 35 and you're not experiencing at least 3 of these on a daily basis, you're a fucking liar. Like we've all had COVID forever. I am happy that I can see all of your faces. Like I like faces, but I'm gonna be honest, I think a lot of us are gonna miss masks and it has nothing to do with COVID. Like, they were a glow up for a lot of people. It was like a beard even ladies could wear. Like, I resent having to do makeup on the bottom half of my face again, you know? I also, like, one thing that was really good about the last year was boundaries. Like, I like them. I'm not ready to give them up. Like, this is the first time in my life that I can just walk away from somebody and not be considered a bitch. And that's lovely. In fact, I created a product that's really helped my transition this year. And if you guys think it's a really good idea, I encourage you to follow suit. It's called the Enforcer. So basically what you do is you go to the dollar store and you grab a spray bottle like you'd use to control your cats, and you fill it up with high-proof vodka, and then say you're out and some dude's creeping so close you can smell his Drakkar Noir, Enforcer Squirt. Say you're working at a coffee shop, because that's the thing we can do again, you know, sit, write a little bit at a coffee shop, and some Karen comes creeping at you with some QAnon bullshit, Enforcer Squirt for her. Say you bit off a little bit more social interaction than you were ready for, again, high-proof vodka in there, so, oh, Enforcer Squirt for yourself. So I'm thinking enforcers are the wave of the future. I am very, very happy I can finally do my favorite pastime again. How many of you guys like to eavesdrop on people at bars?
Yeah.
It's like my favorite. My last great eavesdrop right before the shutdown was at a bar in Long Beach. It was like 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, and I'm listening to two gentlemen pontificate on Top Shelf Pussy. Guys, I've had over a year to think about this now. Like, what shelf am I on? Like, I think I'm too short for top shelf. I think I'm probably like middle shelf, eye level, but like locked in a glass antique curio case. I'm very comfortable that that's the type of pussy I am. I'm Sarah Kagado, and that's my show.